All right, we're up in the air. We're looking west. You can see the road on the left. The property sits to the right of that and to the left of the bottom of that valley that you see on the right. So it's bordered by that gravel road on the left and the valley itself on the right. There's a creek bed going through that valley, which is the northern border of the property. So we're kind of flying westerly over the south side. And if you look at the ground video toward the end of it, I believe we drive up that road there. I mean, it is definitely a minimum maintenance road. It's rough, so plan on just using your four-wheeler or your side-by-side on that one. The property was clearly recently logged, and this is the very first winter since it's been logged. I mean, you can see the limbs and whatnot that are on the ground. They still have the leaves attached, so this was very recently logged. And that's when a property looks its worst, is the first winter after it's been logged. So even by this very first spring, when the leaves come out, this will look completely different. And then every year for the next 3, 4, 5 years, it'll look better and better and better and better. And then after about 5 years, things stabilize and this will look really good again. So now we're looking north. So that road we're seeing right now on the left, that's just the private trail on the property. That's not an easement road for anybody else. That's just your private trail. Okay, we're kind of, what are we doing here? We're facing east, facing south. Amazing area for hunting and recreation, deer hunting, turkey hunting. So right there, that's a good level spot at the southwest side of the property. Now it's hard to get to, but man, it would be an awesome spot to do a private cabin or a campsite or whatnot. You'd have that great view, good visibility. If you're a hunter, good visibility if you open up some firing lines. Okay, so now we're still looking west. The truck itself is parked basically at the eastern tip of the property, where it will be in a second when we get back there. And there it is. Either the eastern tip or very close to it, because right in front of the truck is the little creek bed, which borders the north part of the property. So now we're going to fly westerly, and we're going to kind of follow that private driveway on the property. This clearly has not been cleaned up at all. Oftentimes we do clean up a property that's been logged. In this case, we haven't. We just priced it low. We've left it as it is. You can see the private driveway to the right of that, at the very bottom of that little valley. That's going to be the gravel creek bed, and it's there, but it's covered with a lot of I guess what you call slash left by the loggers, the limbs and whatnot. But that road, if it were cleaned up, would be a really good road, but it does need some cleanup, obviously. It goes basically all the way to the west side of the property and ends at a fairly level spot, which could be another potential good building site. I don't know how much water gets in that creek bed, but you might want to think about that if you're planning on building something substantial there. So again, yeah, recently logged means super cheap. If you're not looking for timber value right away, then properties that were logged are traditionally a really good investment. Because from an aesthetic standpoint, as far as looks, within a few years it's going to look great. Despite how it looks right now, this first winter after being logged, within 2 to 3 years, it'll look so much better you won't recognize it. And then we've got properties that were more heavily logged than this, and after 5, 6, 7 years, it's like, oh wow, that looks amazing. So you might not have big timber value for quite a while, although some of the medium trees that were left, they'll grow so quickly it'll shock you without the competition from the big trees. Oh wow, the video ran out. Okay, so check us out at InstantAcres.com. Really nice area. I mean, great recreational property for hunting or camping, but you certainly could build here as well. Really, what we've often done on a property that's been logged like this, go in and focus on one little spot, maybe like a quarter acre, and spend a day or two right there with the skid loader, with the chainsaw, and just clean that up. And as long as you have one nice little spot where you can pull your truck onto, you've got a really usable property that you can enjoy right away for hunting season, for the summer if you like to camp. It's great. Bryant Creek is very nearby, just I guess 3 miles to the southwest. The town of Ava is about 12 miles west, and that's got the Super Walmart and a bunch of other good stuff. We're a little over an hour out of Springfield, which is an awesome city, but this whole area is fantastic. It's growing nicely, friendly people, good hunting, good fishing, lots of national forest. Geez, I've been rambling for a couple minutes here after the video was over. But check us out at InstantAcres.com. We would love to talk to you about this property. Or if it's not available, if it's not on the website, we'll have something that is, and we can definitely help you out in your property search.